That's so tasty. See the timing on that? That's like perfect. I like reminiscing. I'm like, oh, that's so tasty. Like perfect timing. Oh man. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna reference you on that one because I can't lie to him. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say that. And I'm like, all right, this is where this came from. And then they're gonna be like, he's awkward. And I'm like, you know me well now. So. Check. All right.
Hey, it's your world.
Yeah. I don't know. I got used to boom mics. Man, I haven't spoken on one of those in a long time.
A mic?
Huh? No, it's one that's so stiff. I don't know.
Preaching snacks.
I'm hating on it. I am. I really am hating on it.
Do you like a nice like flaccid mic?
I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. Like, I can, I could. I'm just letting you know, the verbal acrobatics went there. It did. Like it's like you punched and I blocked and swung back and it was pretty good. But I ain't gonna say it.
Mics and being tasty.
All right, I'm gonna take the mood to a different place. I was thinking about on what to do. But this is called Something for My Aunt. And I performed this. I haven't performed this. This is the third time I performed this. I performed it once at a breast cancer awareness event, and then second time for a New Year's event. But anyway, this is about family. Growing up, my family game nights rivaled the Rose Bowl. Yeah, never casual. Winning was always practical, even when I lacked the tools intellectually to properly discern deals concerning monopoly real estate decisions. I was only 8, and that first game is still pending, and I'm still sending my sister's Monopoly war sheet to jail while reading her chance card, telling my brother go fish even though I had his cards. It was hard to let go of those 2 threes like rude impressions on your first date. I wanted to win in the worst way. We would play rummy, gin rummy, AC doozy, trouble, trivial, pursuit, guess who, clue, connect 4 squares, charades, catchphrase, and spades. Let me tell you, yeah, you see it? Spades was holy at our kitchen table. Spades was scripture between our fingers. Everyone had the answers, and everyone was right, and everyone was wrong. Who's gonna win? Us and never them. Just ask my Uncle Dennis. Losing never came easy for my family, but I did not learn this at our family game nights. I learned this at my aunt's funeral. Losing never came easy for my family, and it never came easy for me. When that casket closed, the wounds on our souls were exposed like 2 sizes too small, 12-inch stiletto open toes. Uncomfortable. 2013, I wrote a book. This is why kids want to stay up late. Open the cover. You'll find a page with my aunt's name. For Valoria, Vianti. Breast cancer thought it took my aunt. She merely went home. Cancer may have destroyed her body. And some of those memories may have been hurtful. The radiation treatments, the hospital visits, watching her wither, unable to care for herself, the scarf covering her head as her hair fell in love with the floor. She was still beautiful in the pain and suffering my cousin and grandmother carried like a letter from the soldier's army to a soldier's mother during a time of war. I'm sorry, your daughter didn't make it home this time. Some of those memories may have been hurtful, but her soul still glows like a Jerry Curl commercial. Her name, Valoria Vianti, reminds me of hope like the color purple. Yes, Alice Walker's wisdom is between her teeth. She may have died, but never once tasted defeat. She's infinite throughout our memories like God's heartbeat, an anthem of hope like the vinyl version or Marvin Gaye's What's Going On stuck on repeat. When I look back, I see a woman of service serving as a nurse for 20 years at Lewis Hospital. She spent her last moments there. My father remembers and vividly recalls the moment she took her last breath. I still remember the couch in the hospital room where my grandmother slept. And like Jesus before Calvary, at that bedside, she prayed and she wept until the stars kissed dawn. She never left. I think she's still there. My grandmother still stays in my aunt's house, ripping for whispers for her daughter on the air. And one may call her a hoarder, or one may call her a pack rat, but I see it as unfair. How can one prepare? What across the bear? The only female heir. One daughter among 5 sons, but my aunt never complained. She only endured. She wasn't praying for a cure. She was praying to be pure in God's will. When I look back, I see a woman of God. She carried more crosses on her back than a Roman execution squad. So when the back pains arrived, she thought it was business as usual. Not this time. My uncle, her brother Henderson, said, V, you should get that checked out. When she got back from Cleveland, she did. I was only in 8th grade, still just a kid. It was hard for me to fathom my aunt had 1 year to live. But if I did not learn anything from her life, I learned this. It's not about what you lose while you're here, but about what you can give. I may have lost my aunt, but I can give you her story. You may have lost a brother, you may have lost a mother, you may have lost a grandparent, you may have lost a parent, but you can give their story. See, God may have lost his son, but he can give us eternity. My aunt may have not been praying for a cure, but her life is now a beacon for those seeking the same hope she was reaching for. When I look back, cancer may have won that battle, but it won't win the war. Cancer may have won that battle, but it won't win the war. Cancer may have won that battle, but it won't win the war. Cancer,
Preach it, brother.
may have destroyed her body, but her soul lives on. My aunt may have died once, but she'll live twice. Thank God.
Woo!